When we started the development process for this project, we went to all the important 80% furnace markets and interviewed dozens and dozens of dealers to get their input on what they expected out of an 80% furnace design.
We put them in front of our existing furnaces as well as competitive products. Then we sat down and watched as they took the units apart.
And we asked them, what are some of the things you like and some of the things you dislike from the different models?
We used every opportunity to ask them what they wanted.
But we didn't just ask.
We listened. We changed the things they wanted changed, we kept the things they liked, and we added innovations they asked for.
And the direct result today is the new 80% furnace that you see.
That's why these furnaces are still tougher, quieter,
easier to install, easier to service,
and easier to sell.
These new 80% AFUE furnaces are available in 4 product families, all available in heating capacities from 45,000 to 135,000 BTUH, and cooling capacities from 600 to 2200 CFM. The ultra-quiet, super comfortable top-of-the-line VS80 model supports 2-stage heating and is also compatible with 2-stage cooling, with a full-featured variable-speed ECM blower that can help homeowners save money all year round. The 2S80 model offers the premium comfort of 2-stage operation. The XS80 Extra Sear model includes a high-efficiency ECM blower motor that can provide homeowners money-saving efficiency in both heating and cooling. And the entry-level PS80 model provides years of cost-effective, dependable operation. Let's take a look inside these furnaces to see some ideas that dealers asked for.
Dealers asked for an easier way to remove the doors for our 80% furnace, and they recommend toolless entry. So this is one of the first innovations you'll see as you approach our new furnace.
Instead of thumb screws or complicated spring latches or fasteners that require a tool, there are 2 large, robust knobs, and with a quarter turn, the door is removed.
Dealers told us that they wanted a unit that was easier to pick up and move. That's why these units are lightweight and compact.
On the new furnace, all the metal edges at the front, including the door and the cabinet, are folded over or hemmed for a soft, smooth edge.
As soon as you look inside these furnaces, you'll see some key components that help make them tougher.
The silicon nitride igniter is extremely durable and has been proven with thousands of hours of field service and extensive laboratory testing. The gas manifold and burner assembly is mounted in place with just 2 upfront screws, making it easier to remove. The White Rogers gas valve is compact and standard design, easy to diagnose and easy to service. The RPJ, or rigid press joint heat exchanger, is made without welds for durability and features a multi-path, multi-pass design for efficiency. These furnaces are quieter because they're designed with sealed blower compartments to reduce the operating sound from the blower motor. Soft mount rubber grommets reduce noise and vibration from key components. And on mainline models, the entire cabinet is insulated from the top of the heat exchanger to the bottom of the blower section.
But some of the most popular features are the ones that make these furnaces so much easier to install and service. They are just 33 1/3 inches tall, plus they can also be matched with new N coils that are several inches shorter than existing A coils, so the effective height of the furnaces can be lower. Plus, most models are less than 21 inches wide for easier installation in tight spaces.
All models are capable of 4-way multi-position installation. Remove just 3 screws, and the vent pipe can be twisted to 3 different positions. There are 5 knockouts in the cabinet, and the vent pipe can be positioned into 13 different configurations. That should give you an option for any installation.
While a sealed blower compartment keeps much of the operating sound inside the furnace, it's designed to give dealers easy access for service.
We designed the blower assembly for easier service. The blower door is fastened in place with 2 screws. The blower housing is also fastened in place with 2 forward-facing screws. I'll remove those screws. The blower housing is mounted on rails. It slides out of the cabinet. The entire assembly is now resting on the base of the furnace. Notice that there is plenty of slack in the wire harness so that the entire assembly can be removed from the furnace. Simply twist the housing and the entire assembly is removed from the furnace for service. To replace, twist the assembly back into position, and with it resting on the base of the furnace, position the rails, then slide it back into place.
And it's almost that simple to remove the heat exchanger.
To remove the heat exchanger, first we'll unfasten the pressure switch bracket, the junction box, the component connectors, the limit switch wires, and the gas valve wires. We have the pressure switch bracket and the junction box removed. We have all the wire connectors disconnected, wires removed from the components. Next, we need to remove the blower door. And then we remove the screws at the perimeter of the heat exchanger. I'll remove the last screw. Disconnect the wire harness from the panel. And the cabinet is wide enough for the entire assembly to come out the front. To do that, we'll tilt the top down and then slide it forward.
Here's another new idea that dealers asked for.
We designed this furnace with a large frosted sight glass on the blower door to make it easier to see the super bright LED on the control board behind the door. You won't have to learn new fault codes because we use the same fault codes that you're used to with our other equipment. Fault codes are clearly listed on the label on the outside of the door.
These furnaces are easier to sell too, with maximum strength warranty coverage, including no-hassle replacement limited warranties, up to 10 years parts limited warranties, and 20 years limited heat exchanger warranties.
These maximum strength warranties give the homeowner peace of mind, which is exactly what you need to make these new 80s easier to sell.
With this new furnace, you have everything that you're used to in our 80% furnace line, plus a high-efficiency motor model that gives you extra sear. Couple that with the application flexibility of this design, and you have the right 80% furnace for whatever the homeowner needs. One last point, it's as easy to replace a door as it is to remove it.
That's a look inside the new 80% AFUE gas furnace line. And you've got a complete new line of 80% gas furnaces that are still
tougher, quieter,
easier to install, easier to service,
and easier to sell.